splashdown, okay? Deep divers. There are people who believe that we can go to the moon and come back. There are also people who believe that we can't. Now, I'm going to give you an explanation to why a lot of people are like, okay, but there's a question mark, NASA, because NASA means never a straight answer. You see, in the Bible, they tell you there's a firmament. And I told you, von Braun, who was called by NASA as the greatest rocket scientist of all time, he worked for NASA. Operation Paperclip. On his grave, it says Psalms 19:1, the heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. So what did von Braun know? Now, these are the pictures that the Artemis crew took, and it's pretty spectacular. But I told you about the blue marble. Okay? That's not what Earth looks like. That's a composite. So it seems that we're not being told the whole truth. We're not being told the whole truth about this, because this was actually launched on, wait a minute, April Fool's Day. I can't believe it, deep divers. They launched this Artemis 2 on April Fool's Day. Are we being played for fools? What's going on? Deep divers, I'm confused right now. Now, here is where it gets really interesting. They didn't expect you to notice this. Now, let me tell you this, deep divers. Why does NASA lose signal right when things get intense? The most important moment, and suddenly no communication. What I'm talking about is that there is a 6 minute, that's a long time, deep divers, communication blackout during re-entry. There is a natural communication blackout caused by plasma buildup around the spacecraft. So once again, deep divers, when you remind yourself that they're having these blackouts, like signals are lost, like really? And don't get me started about how the original tapes of Apollo 11 were erased. Like, don't get me started about that, deep divers. It just annoys me. Right? But I always say question everything. We might be living in a Truman Show. Deep divers, wake up. Now, don't get it twisted. I do believe they have technology that can do extraordinary things, but they're not telling you everything about this Artemis 2 splashdown. Let me also talk about this. The room temperature. Now, this is crazy, deep divers. The room temperature, okay? The room temperature cabin impossibility during re-entry, exterior temperatures on the Orion capsule reached nearly 3,000 degrees Celsius, 5,000 degrees Fahrenheit. And many people speculate that it's actually thermodynamically impossible for the interior to remain at a comfortable room temperature, claiming the live temperature telemetry was pre-recorded science fiction. So this is the reason why a lot of people are questioning this Artemis 2 splashdown. Also, now this is what really made me say, oh my gosh, this is really crazy. Now check this out, deep divers, because once again, they've just landed Artemis 2. It's a big thing. They landed, they got recovered, and that's that. But wait, question this. Look, there is the physics of re-entry velocity. Now this is crazy. Let me read it for you, deep divers. Like, skeptics frequently question how a capsule can survive hitting the Earth's atmosphere at nearly, pay attention, 24,000 miles per hour. They argue that the heat and speed would inevitably destroy the craft, leading to claims that the final splashdown that the final splashdown off the coast of San Diego was a pre-placed prop dropped from a standard carrier aircraft. Okay? And then there's this, the Van Allen belt, okay? Barrier. And a lot of people said a reoccurring classic. Some skeptics claimed that the Orion capsule could not have safely re-entered because it would have been fatally irradiated while passing through the Van Allen radiation belts. They argue the astronauts would not have survived the return trip regardless of the heat shield's integrity. So they didn't expect you, deep divers.
Hello,